Hello everybody, I'm Don Counts and we're here at Fayetteville Public Utilities in the CEO General Manager's office, and we're with Britt Dye today. And Britt, we got a lot going on, we always do, but we want to talk a little bit about our fiber internet and how we're growing that as we've made that through the city, and we're continuing to expand out into the county.
Oh, absolutely, Don. This time, we're building right now in the southwest part of the county and picking up a lot of customers as we light the fiber, and picked up quite a few customers on the northwest part of the county, up toward Petersburg and those areas also, as fiber became more active in that area as well.
And that's a good thing, during the pandemic, and I know it continues, but there's a lot of people working from home. We see that everywhere. We see a lot of children doing virtual school, and I'd say the future is going to continue more of that kind of thing. So internet is so vitally important. We hear it all the time. We've heard it ever since we got to business. When are you going to get it out our way?
That is correct. And, we're trying to build as much as we can. We get some help from the state and, with the some monies of grants and those kinds of things that Governor Lee's trying to put out, and to build more infrastructure to build internet and provide broadband. And, that's a going thing now with new technology, and I would say that it looks like that could be the new norm as far as people working from home, because everybody's learned a lot of how much you can accomplish by working from home.
Let's talk about something I hear a lot. Why can't you come certain areas? Tell people where we are building and why we're building in those areas.
Well, the areas that we're building in right now where we got some of the grant funds was due to being unserved or underserved, meaning no service or no service you can count on to get your work done. Mm-hmm. And some areas have services, like if it's from Verizon or Monster Broadband or anybody else like that. And if that's the case, we cannot apply for grant money in those areas where service is already there. It's got to be no service, like I said, unserved or underserved, to be able to build.
So we're not going out there competing. We're actually working to try to get people internet. That's what these grants are for.
That is correct, and they don't allow you to do that if service is already available.
That's right. So we tell people that a lot, and we talk about it a lot, and sometimes things get misunderstood about, we're not moving forward or whatever, but we've been moving forward since day one, and we're continuing to move forward with the fiber internet. And our internet, as you know, it's amazing how far it's come, how fast it is today, and you can't imagine what the speed can be in the future.
That is correct. We're always trying to stay a step ahead as far as the speeds that's available, what comes out on package deals from the providers and those kinds of things. But, we wish we could build anywhere we wanted to build, but it's so expensive. If you don't get some help on the funding, you can't build it.
And right now, let's talk about, we have contractors out doing some work, and that's something that I do. We actually go to the door and let each home know that there's contractors in the area.
That is correct. We try to cover all the bases because you got so much scamming going on these days, and you still have to be very careful of accepting and letting people in or whatever. But our folks are usually the one that's doing the installs and those kinds of things, and they're building the main line.
Yep. And we're continuing to do that. We're continuing to build our fiber internet plant. And Britt, we appreciate it. I know there's a lot of other things. Last night you was at the Alderman meeting, and you talked about all the other things you got going on, and from electric to gas to water and all the rest of them as well.
That's right. We talked about internet at the Mayor Board of Alderman meeting last night, and I brought up the cable TV part, and it's getting to where everything's going to be internet based, as far as you got so many apps out there and programs now, with it being Hulu, Netflix, and there's a whole lot more that I don't know about that's out there, because you learn them one every day.
Right.
But, that's like I said last night, cable TV might become one of those things of the past. And, when you especially talking about analog, because new technology now is going all digital, and what the programmers expect you to have in place. But, we're still going to be offering internet and voice over IP, and right now we're still in the cable business. We haven't hooked up a new cable customer since we quit back this past year. And eventually, I can see cable becoming more internet-based.
That's right. And that's just one of those things where the technology is changing in that area, and we're having to change with it.
That is correct.
Yeah. Well, we're continuing to do that. That's all across the board with all the other things you got going on. I appreciate you getting on here, telling everybody where we're at. And if we have had a door hanger on your door, or if we've been in the area, we want you to call us, because it's very important to start scheduling that hookup.
Absolutely. Call in if you got the form to fill out and let us know if you want the service. It's getting closer every day to the areas that we've been building in, and I'm sure you saw some folks in those areas working. And let us know way ahead of time so we can get you on the map of where we're going next to start hooking up customers, and we're proud for them to be our customers. But we are in the internet business and voice over IP for a long time
That's
to
right.
come, because we want to provide that service.
I want to also say that our customer service is available. You can call them. They got a lookup tool to see if you're in that build, and they can type your address in and let you know pretty quickly if how give you an idea how long it takes. A while. This does not get built quickly. You just don't string a line and make it happen. It's a pretty long, drawn out process.
Well, putting up the fiber is not that bad, but when you go every time you get ready to put an enclosure up or splice all the fiber back together again to make a solid run, that's what takes so long. Everything's got to be almost exactly perfect to splice that fiber.
Yeah, but after it gets up, we're looking at very little maintenance, we hope, and we feel like this technology is here to stay.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else?
No, I just appreciate the ones being our customers, and if any way we can help you, please give us a call.
I appreciate it. CEO, General Manager Britt Dye with us here from the Office of Fayetteville Public Utilities.